a cracker, crack the nut. Pull a cracker, crack the nut. Pull a cracker, crack the nut. Pull a cracker, crack the nut.
We are supposed to fight for everyone, together. And yet I am looking at people suffer, people that look like me.
Oh, in a manger, no crib for his bed. Your BLM Jesus will mug you instead. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking the 22nd of December 2023. It's 11:04 at night, or for the 12-hourly minded folk out there, 23:04 hours. And I just got back from Surbiton, land of the fittest women I have ever seen. And it was a good evening out, actually. Met up with my friend. We were catching up on stuff in this particular quiet pub in town. And there were actually three guys who were sat opposite us. As we later found out, one's called Klaus, who had an amazing Panerai watch on his wrist, which he let me look at without the fear of me stealing it from him. Then he had Rob, and then he had Stuart. Lovely gentlemen, never met them before. We had an intelligent, engaging conversation, and they're all white gentlemen who didn't care about the color of my skin or their perception of me. It was just an absolutely civil conversation, to the point when we had to get up to leave, Klaus came over and gave us a big, massive hug and said he hopes to see us again next year. And I think, Klaus, we will actually meet, sir. But without further ado, and by the way, folks, gotta wish you all a Merry Christmas and a sexy New Year.
Peace here. Welcome to a show in a glass of its own.
Yes, Thames Television, the station with knockers. Excuse me, there's one now. Yes, can I help you?
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
Let's push the button marked idiot and see what comes out.
So Taraji P. Henson, the P stands for Penda, as opposed to the Pandaverse, where you take a chick and stick her in the film and make her gay. No, this is Taraji P. Henson, who played Detective Carter in Person of Interest. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. She had a great chemistry with Jim Caviezel and Michael Emerson on that series. I thought it was a terrific show. And yeah, we liked her. She was fantastic. But when you witnessed this interview that went viral 2 days ago, I've got a few words to say about this, and I'm not impressed. It's classic Hollywood virtue signaling right now. So get ready to cringe, ladies and gentlemen.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to...
I heard on the street? Well, it sounds like an excerpt from Black Dynamite. I gotta get back to the street where I come from, sucker.
Say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
So I'm interested about the conversation. Like, when did Taraji P. Henson ever say that she wants to give up acting? The woman is 53 years old. She still has about 20 or 30 years left in her career to do something monumental. Oh, this is so cringe. Taraji, I'm so disappointed in you, love.
I'm just tired of working.
What, you want to give up Hollywood right now? Well, the door's over there, love. You can just step out when you want to. I'm not going to stop you.
So hard. Being gracious at what I do. Getting paid a fraction of the cost.
Now you see this guy on the left who's dressed like Prince Nakeem from Coming to America, or Hakeem. It's like, yeah. It's like they're a congregation in a church and they're all nodding their heads in unison. I kind of like this Hollywood mind hive virus that's going around at the moment does remind me of evil religious cults who just go around recruiting impressionable people to further their cause. Because with Hollywood right now being as woke as it is in most quarters, they just want to indoctrinate people into thinking that the new ideology is let's race swap a white character, or let's teach kids that programs on Netflix that tell surrogate parents or tell same-sex parents that you can have your child dressed in a ballerina outfit, a male child, and it's perfectly okay.
I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing.
My sisters!
Officer Deja, Agent Vu, haven't we met somewhere before?
You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life.
Well, you can see why she's an Oscar-nominated actress, because she can certainly turn on the waterworks whenever she wants to. That's an amazing skill, so quite clearly she's earned her craft to be a Oscar-nominated actress.
I'm tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid.
Yes, sir.
When you hear someone saying, oh, such a...
So hang on a second. Actors have big teams, so that'll be a publicist, your manager, your agent, a marketing team. I don't think that's entirely true, because there must be some actors out there who don't need that. They can kind of get by without somebody marketing them, because yes, that costs time and money, but there are more frugal individuals out there, and I'll point one out to you in the course of this. But I thought this bit is so cringe. Like, I mean, take me for example. I've got a boring office job. You don't see me bragging about I've got a team who do my makeup, who do my hair, and I step outside and I look really fabulous for the day's events going into Croydon. No, none of that bullshit, because you know why? I'm a normal person. I don't live in cuckoo land.
Such made $10 million. No, that's not that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. Okay? So
Uncle Sam is a white man.
Your team is getting 30%.
Where is Taraji P's Henson's manners? Right there, because she's supposed to say thank you to the assistant who gave her a Kleenex. Just saying.
Whatever your team is off of what you grossed, not after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I just
where I come from in the UK, we call it maths.
I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired.
Wow, holy shit, I'm tired of this virtue signaling, Miss Henson. What a shame. I liked her in Person of Interest. You know, she's a good actress. Never had anything bad to say about her. I never watched Empire because it wasn't really my thing. But on Reddit, people are obviously simping hard for her. But this comment here, people love to bring up Jessica Chastain fighting against a wage gap for Octavia Spencer as this little feel-good story for The Help. But I would actually argue Octavia Spencer is a better actress than Jessica Chastain anyway. We should be asking why the Best Supporting Actress of 2012, Octavia Spencer, wasn't being paid proper. Somebody spelled paid P-A-Y-E-D. My God, you are some level of retardation if you can't spell it. P-A-I-D in 2018 for a holiday movie, huh? So that conversation isn't being disengaging or engaging on Reddit, as we like to know, but Taraji says that she doesn't get paid enough. She works really hard, quite clearly a talented woman, because she can break down on cue in front of a camera, knowing she's in front of a mini audience, or maybe not, and for CNN, publicizing a film that nobody wants to see called The Color Purple, and Gayle King obviously having some pre-scripted questions, knowing what's going to happen before the whole world. So Taraji P. Henson and her Hollywood homes in Chicago and the Hollywood Hills. So she purchased a $6.4 million estate in the Hollywood Hills in 2016. She called off her engagement to Kelvin Hayden in 2020 because we know how costly a marriage and a divorce is going to be in Hollywood. Her net worth as of this year, 2023, my dear aliens, is $25 million. Her net worth for each episode of Empire is $175,000, which is probably mediocre to some people who act for a living and get much more than that. Now, net worth, I hear this phrase bandied around. It's basically after you paid all of your liabilities, it's what you're worth, not what you actually have in the bank. So the fact that she's moaning and crying that she's getting paid this much, she's underpaid, but she's got assets that make her worth that much money. Now, what I think it is, you talk about liabilities. So if there's a time where she's not earning as much, it could affect her net worth. So from 25 million, she could probably go down to 20 million. And to me, that's a bit like a dick measuring contest. It's like, oh, my net worth is worth a lot more than yours, and yeah, it's kind of that attitude that comes across. So if you're in love with Taraji P. Henson, well, I wouldn't say I'm in love with her, but I thought she was a very solid actress. But since she's actually come out and done this, I've got to blame people like Viola Davis. I love to pick on that woman because whenever she comes up with absolute cringe, like the Woman King, if you don't go and see my movie, but you want to see Tom Holland and Spider-Man, you're an absolute racist. Yes, sir. That's me.
That's what I feel like I'm doing when I demand what I feel. Listen, I have more than a 30-year professional career. I had a friend who said, yeah, but Viola, your career is better than my career. I said, yeah, but you can't compare me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway,
I've done TV, I've done film,
It's time to stop!
I have a career.
It's time to stop, okay?
To Meryl
no more!
Julian
Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
They have the same path as...
Now, Zoe Deschanel, I like her, good actress. She had a hit show with New Girl. Who's that girl? I'm that girl, it's me. She's worth $25 million in terms of her net worth, but I think she's probably worth more than that because what this article fails to realize is that Miss Deschanel is one of the more frugal actresses in Hollywood. She doesn't go to parties. She spends her money on cheap things as much as possible. So to say that she is worth 25 million, I think is a little bit of a disservice. And also, I've never seen Zoe go on stage and cry her little pretty eyes out saying, I don't get paid enough. If you're worth your talent in gold, you're going to get paid in gold, right? And for Taraji P. Henson to whine and moan and groan, it's just... Yes, even my girl, Rachel Zegler, she, her, hers, because apparently we know she's a woman, but she likes to clarify it with completely stupid pronouns. Unscripted, y'all. So she's actually retweeted or reshared this Taraji P. Henson breakdown, and she's kind of getting roasted in the comments. This is happening in the corporate world as well. She should be paid equally to other artists. I'm afraid women will be underpaid for a long time. That's the hard truth. We need to do something. Underpaid in Hollywood, which is probably the best quote, actually. Yeah, lol, 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 lol. 10 million for 6 weeks' works is very sad. I'm sorry you have to pay taxes. Yeah, because Wesley Snipes didn't do that, did he? Maybe movie isn't calling her to begin with. Well, that's probably true. And I think Viola Davis is trying to spearhead a movement for actresses of color to go on in front of a camera and just break down and let Hollywood know you're terrible. You're racist, Hollywood, because you're a bunch of elite Jewish white men who don't want to give hardworking, entitled actresses of color more on an equal pay range to their male counterparts. This kind of reminds me of 2004 when I worked in a job center and a diverse girl was saying to her manager, I kid you not, this is mid-morning, will I get a bonus because I felt I've worked really hard this month to earn it? I couldn't believe that this fake fingernailed, fake-haired bint would have the tenacity to question an elder manager about whether she should be getting an increased bonus. Me personally, I got my bonus at the end of this year. Do you know how much it was? £20. £20, which I could probably shove up my arse and save for a rainy day, as opposed to another colleague of mine who works in another department of the same building who got over £300 as a bonus. Why? Because he actually earned it. Not to say that we're not as talented as each other, but he certainly did earn it and he had nothing to worry about. But it's like Dennis Hopper in Speed, where he talks about the cheap gold watch. Like, why is it even worth it at the end of the day? It's not. So Taraji P. Henson, it is such a shame that an actress like you, in my opinion, has fallen from grace. I thought she was a much more virtuous woman, but clearly she's more of a virtue signaling woman, and it's really sad. I don't think this will be the last we hear of this. I can't wait to see which other actress of color steps forth and declares, I don't get paid enough because, you know, Uncle Sam is racist. And the bird who plays Velma.
Hey, excuse me, but you know where the L train is at?
L train?
Yeah. Where, like...
it's like a couple blocks down, and then
it's
left.
God damn.
Bloody hell, Mindy Kaling, the woman who played a race-changed Velma for Scooby-Dooby-Doo. What's her net worth? Well, there isn't a precise number, but apparently she gets $8 million a year. Now, I hate to break it to you out there, Hollywood, but there are people like me who are normies who don't even have this kind of money to dream about, let alone winning it on the lottery. And do I sit down and moan and cry in front of a camera? Am I DSP, Dark Side Phil, who wants you to pay me what I deserve because I entertain you lot? No, I don't. I do YouTube because I love you folks who love me. I don't do it for the money, but if the money comes my way, I'm a bit of a happy sandboy at the end of it. Sandboy? I sound like Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses. So when people start whinging and whining and moaning like Miss Taraji Panda Henson, let's pander to her woes, we should feel sorry for them. No, let's not feel sorry for them because she's built up a successful career. Only now to maybe jeopardize it, and her reputation for sure is tainted just before Christmas, folks, because maybe Santa and his happy sleigh ride will come around. Ho, ho, ho! Taraji P. Henson, here's a Christmas bonus for you for your 53 years of hard-earning work as an actress in Hollywood. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ho 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 with yours truly for the next video, and by golly, it's going to be an interesting video, leave a like below, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if I were you, and if you were me, you better come back for the next video.
So hard. Being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.